Hello stitching friends, this is Sissy coming to you from my back porch where it is really hot. I meant to come out early this morning, but it was so sunny out here that I thought it would reflect off of glass of some of the things I'm going to show you. So this is Flosstube number 2. I have been instructed by friends to be sure that the camera is never aimed up my nose. So hopefully I have accomplished that. And it's lower this time. Some people said they only saw the top of my head last time. So I want to talk with you again. This time I'm going to show some samplers and some smalls. We're featuring on shoes this time for the small collectibles. So first I want to show you Susan Scott 1734. Now, Susan was an English girl, probably from the Norfolk County area, when she created this lovely sampler under the guidance of her teacher, Elizabeth Pickerell. She used cross-stitch, satin stitch, and Algerian eyelets. She chose 56 count linen for her project, and my friend Judy stitched the lovely model on 40 count linen. Shirley Austin of New Mexico took my class when I taught Susan Scott during Jean Lee's Sampler Symposium in January, and she contacted me last week with wonderful news. She was looking at samplers in the Cooper Hewitt online collection, and she found a sampler stitched by Sarah Hawes, H-A-W-E-S, in 1733. And the top portion of Sarah's sampler is almost identical to Susan Scott's. I could not get over the fact that the flat-topped Algerian eyelet A with the odd letter or symbol between the A and B are exactly the same on Susan and Sarah's samplers, as well as many basic sampler motifs and the structure and the shape of the numbers. So I look forward to finding more out about Sarah, because I wonder if Sarah and Susan might have been in school together. So let me show you the antique. Here it is. Thank goodness English samplers often have a mirror image, because down at the bottom you can see the antique was almost gone on the corners, but I was able to reconstruct enough one side to the other to chart the sampler. So this is the antique. Get a little closer so you can see the unusual alphabet at the top. And she has her initials in Algerian eyelets. So this is the antique on 56 count linen, and this is the beautiful model. Now this is available as a class both in person and Zoom. So let me know if you would like me to come and teach, or if you would like to set up a Zoom class for Susan Scott 1734. It is a lovely pre-Norfolk sampler. Okay, so now I want to show you what I just finished. I made notes so I wouldn't forget what I wanted to talk about. I want to show you Christina McClellan of Glasgow, 1821. I finished charting Christina last week. I'm waiting on linen from Rachel of Needle and Flax and from Michelle of Mill on the Floss to see which linens match up best with the antique before I hand the supplies over to my dear friend Sharon, who will be stitching the model. I have found Christina and her family, and I look forward to telling her story when the sampler is released, probably in the last half of 2023. So let me give you a good look at Christina. It is such a beautiful sampler on very fine linen. I'm going to come up here. You can see me through the sampler. Isn't that lovely? Look at the crowns. So Christina McClellan of Glasgow is all charted, and she'll be going to a model stitcher soon. Okay, so what else? Ann Woods, 1842. Now, Ann stitched her sampler. This is the one I'm charting right now. She stitched her sampler on linen that was 40 linen threads wide and 40 high when she was 11 years old in November of 1842. The golds and greens on her sampler were often used in English samplers in the 1810 to 1845 period of time. The verse and the charming baskets in the corners caught my eye, along with the unusual structure of her border. Ann's stitches include cross stitch over 2, eyelet, rice, satin, four-sided stitch, and a four-sided stitch that comes with an interior lining. I thought that she would be a breeze to chart, but the rascal decided to straddle nearby cross stitches here and there, which makes it a little interesting. If all goes well, Ann will be released during the late August 2022 Expo. Let me show her to you. So this is Ann Woods. See those precious baskets in the corners? And look how she did zigzags all around the border. The four-sided stitches, rice stitch, and eyelets are straight across the middle in bands. And she's used four-sided for the capital letters in her verse. So that's Ann. And I want to show you another sampler which I realized I didn't bring out. I'll be right back.